Hello everyone, it is Wednesday, May 1st, 2019. Of course, today was New Comic Book Day, and surprise, we're doing a video, again, the day of the release of the books. Of course, today's big release was Deceased, of course, from DC, but there were a lot of books that came out, and with the Deceased covers, there were 4 basic covers that came out, but there were a lot of shops across the country that had special covers for their stores. I didn't get any of those because nothing locally here where I buy my books had anything done. But nevertheless, if you want to go online and take a look at all the different covers, there's a ton of them, and a lot of them are really wicked looking. So we will jump right into the books we picked up this week. So here we go. From Dynamite, Elvira, Mistress to the Dark, number 5, photo cover. Unless it's a Fatal Fantasy or a fantasy cover, I'm only going to grab, for the most part, the photo covers. Sometimes they'll come up with a cover that I like, but I'm always going to get these because that is Elvira. Nothing more to be said. From Aftershock, Descendant, number 1. Am looking forward to reading this book right here, so there's that. Issue 4 of a 4-part miniseries, The Girl by the Bay. I enjoyed this storyline, so I am hoping that they come out with a longer, longer storyline for this, or, a story arc. So because I thought this was a pretty well done book. Book that a lot of shops are only allowing 1 each, and I really don't understand why. This is Hashtag Danger number 1 from Ahoy Comics. I think what's happening is a lot of speculators are seeing small press books and just, automatically thinking they're going to be something really big. Haven't had a chance to read that yet. A lot of shops didn't order this, and it's really not blowing up online. But again, a lot of shops were just 1 per person, so we'll see what happens with this down the road. Cosmic Ghost Rider Destroys the Marvel Universe, number 3. Or Destroys Marvel History, number 3. That's a really nice looking cover right there, like a phoenix rising. This book came out a couple weeks ago, or a while back. I just thought it was a pretty nice looking cover, so I grabbed it. Ghost Panther from the Infinity Warps. There's Ghost Panther right there. Kind of a cool looking Panther. If I saw something like that chasing me down the road, I would definitely be taken off. Trust me on that. Batman 70 B cover. There's that. Harley Quinn 61. Thought that was a really nice looking cover right there. Always has those hyenas with her, so I enjoy that. And then, of course, a Cho cover. He's back on doing some of the B covers again. Never wild about the body types. I mean, look at Harley right there. She's looking pretty thick right there. But again, I'm putting a whole set together, and a lot of people seem to like these, so more power to you. Book I'm looking forward to reading from Dark Horse, number 1, Beasts of Burden, The Presence of Others. Now, I love books where they're seen from, like, the eyes of animals. It started when I was in junior high. Some of the required reading in the 8th and 9th grade for us was books like Animal Farm, A Watership Down. This kind of falls under the same category, I think, as like Red Rover Charlie, which was a storyline that came out. So I am looking forward to reading this right here because, again, I just kind of like stories that are kind of seen through the eyes of animals. So there's that Beast of Burden. This is a Spider-Gwen. Can't remember the exact name, the exact story. Ghost Spider. This is number 8. I just thought it was a wicked looking cover right there. Love that cover. There's that there. Another really nice cover. I picked up strictly for the cover. This is the Punisher 11 Virgin variant. Great looking cover right there. Old Punisher ready to do some serious damage. A book that a lot of people are really looking forward to reading because of the content. This is Savage Avengers. There's Conan right there. Of course, he's going to start being in this story arc, and so I'm anxious to see how they're going to write him into the story because I am a big Conan fan. So there was cover 1 right there. And then here's another cover I thought was really, really nice. I thought that was a really nice looking cover, so I picked that one up as well. I have spoken in the past of my fondness for the Daredevil. This here is War of Realms, number 3, variant edition. Great Daredevil cover right there. Loved that Daredevil cover the second I saw it, so I knew I had to pick one of those up. Put this away right here. Daredevil number, Deadpool number 12. I got Daredevil on the mind. Deadpool number 12. picked this up strictly as a goof. I do like some of these stories. Personally, I'm not a big fan of our president, but I do like the books that kind of make fun of him or have him kind of in a weird thing. This is Trump's Space Force from Antarctic Press. I thought that was pretty funny right there, so I grabbed that. There's that. New book from Image I'm looking forward to reading. This is Gogor, #1. A lot of places didn't carry this book. I was lucky to find one of these here. And then a book, for the life of me, I can't understand why there's so much, heat on this book and the prices of the books are going up. I don't understand it personally because I just don't understand it. Please let me know what you think in the comments. Major X #3. This book already is selling in the $10 to $12 range, and I don't understand. Liefeld, in my personal opinion, is a terrible artist, but people just seem to suck up his Kool-Aid right there and buy his stuff. So there's that there. And again, I'm picking up a lot of these just for inventory stock to put away. And then some of the hotter books we had today, Walking Dead 191. Now, a lot of you might not know what this book is. It wasn't announced in previews or anything. When the book came out, they announced it yesterday. There's a big event that happens in this book. So it's on the last 3 pages of the book. A major event. I think this book is really going to jump off the shelves as soon as people realize it. So take a look at that. Walking Dead 191 event on the last 3 pages, which is going to make this book get a little bit more action down the road. And of course, we talked about DC's #1. Blank cover. Regular cover. Zombified cover right there, Batman. Kind of love that. That's a really nice looking cover right there. Really like that cover. And then my favorite cover is the It homage right there. Now, the funny thing about this is that when they started doing these books, the first one was the only one that was going to have a movie homage cover, but they have decided to do one for every issue coming out. Issue #2 is going to be a Nightmare on Elm Street homage, which I'm looking forward to as well. But just really cool. You can see the Joker right there in the balloon. Just really like that right there. There's that. And then that's what I picked up as far as the new books. Again, Deceased was the big one. Of course, Walking Dead we talked about. Major event happening on the last 3 pages. But there is a book coming out, and it's coming out June 26th. It's coming out from Antarctic Press. This is a book that I just think is going to do something now. I'm pretty good at picking these things out right here, but I saw the cover, and unfortunately I was trying to print out a copy of the cover and was unable to do that for some reason. But the book is called Leave on the Light, and it is the A cover, and I put a picture of it up on my Instagram. If you have access to my Instagram account, which is ArkhamLV, I have a picture of the book there, and this is a book I think is going to do something down the road. It's a serial killer. But this serial killer kind of hunts children, and I know that is a taboo subject for a lot of people, but it's a subject that a Netflix or another one of those are going to do either a movie, a TV show, something. And since it's coming from Antarctic Press, they've really been good about hitting some home runs with some of their stories. And again, it's a limited series, limited print run. So take a look at that again. The book is called Leave on the Light, and the release date for that book is June 26. June 26. So I am really looking forward to that book right there. And then I picked up a movie. It's kind of weird. This movie has never been released on DVD. Blu-ray, it's never been released. I have the VHS copy, and then I contacted a gentleman that I found who does a really good job of transferring video to DVD, and the movie I got was an Anthony Michael Hall movie from the mid-'80s called Out of Bounds. Very excited. I love this movie, and again, I don't like to watch the VHS copy that much because you're always afraid of it breaking. So I was able to pick up a copy, just a regular transfer, a DVD transfer, nothing big, but the picture is really clear. If you don't know the basic premise of this movie, Anthony Michael Hall, Midwestern kid, comes out to Los Angeles to visit his brother who's an architect. They grab the wrong bag at the airport. Anthony Michael Hall's bag just had his clothes, but they end up grabbing a bag that belonged to a drug dealer, and the drug dealer spots him at the end, and things happen to where Anthony Michael Hall is accused of committing a crime, and he has to go undercover. Now, the cool thing about this is he goes undercover in the Los Angeles nightlife, which is more of a punk genre. Great soundtrack. Cameo appearance by Susie Sue from Susie and the Banshees as she sings her song Cities in the Dust in a club that he goes into one night with, the female lead. Again, very excited. I can't wait to watch this. I'll probably watch it tonight because I do love this movie. If you haven't seen this movie, it kind of goes away from his regular characters of being, the high school geek and the nerd. He did a really good job. I like this movie a lot. So Out of Bounds, Anthony Michael Hall. There was that. And then I have a final question. There's a lot of comic shops opening up, not only here in Las Vegas. We have another one that opened up recently. Two basically that have opened up in the most recent time. And the two shops, one prices their books out properly. The other shop prices their books extremely high. And when you talk to the owners of the books, you talk to the owners, the one guy thinks that because the book is old, you can charge a premium price for that book. Age of book doesn't mean a whole lot. Condition of book is everything. Again, we've talked about this 1,000 times, where if you go into a shop and you see books priced well over book only because the book is old and the condition, because a lot of these books are in really poor condition, and just asking huge prices for it, which ultimately I think is going to hurt a business like that, because it's not my place to tell somebody how to run their business. I have my business model, they have their business model. But I would like to hear from you. If you know a comic shop, I'm just kind of rumbling over my words. If you go into a comic shop and you know that their books are overpriced on their vintage, do you say something, or do you just stop going there and not patronize them? I would like to hear what you have to say about that. So I look forward to that. Again, I appreciate all the support. If you're not a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button. If you think you know somebody who might enjoy the channel, let them know about it. Thumbs up if you like the video. Thumbs down if you don't like the video. I was supposed to do a grading video the last few days, but I've been doing a lot and I haven't had a chance to get to it, but I am going to try to get to that in the next couple of days. So that's pretty much what we have. So I hope you like the video, but as always, if you don't, nothing I can do for you. Have a great day, and hopefully I'll see you in a couple of days.